Hi, I'm calling from the Imperial Palace. I was hoping to speak to someone about the coronation celebration. Yes, exactly. That was me following up on the email. Correct. Yes, we'll have about 400 guests, mostly statesmen, diplomats, and other VIPs, and we were hoping to host it at your venue. Oh, you already have a wedding booked at that time? Well, I'm sure they'll understand about the rescheduling. It's not like we crown the new Emperor of Tamriel every day, after all. I'm confident we can reach an arrangement that works for everyone. Perhaps we can offer them a commemorative goblet or a modest tax exemption. Do you also do your own catering? Amazing. Yes, we love mud crab sticks. And honestly, whatever else you recommend is likely going to be fine. No, please don't send over the full menu. I can't go back to the Elder Council with this. They'll take 3 business days to deliberate and settle on whatever Ocato wants, followed by another 2 days of arguing over plate garnishes. Oh, and one last thing. Is there a chance we can put a Khajiit caravan in your courtyard? Only for a few days. I know it's highly unusual, but the main refuses to stay at the hotel. Great. Okay, that sounds workable. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. We can wire the deposit today. Totally understand it's not refundable. I mean, I can't imagine anything happening in the next 3 days that would require us to cancel.
Thanks for having us again. How have things been since we last met?
A really intense week is behind us, and I don't say that lightly. It actually started off really well. Only a few days after the Emperor's passing, may he rest with Akatosh, the Cloud Ruler Temple called and informed us that they, in fact, have the last Septim heir who is safe and sound in their care. That alone was surprising. Many of us have quietly written them off. The Blades haven't exactly been known for tangible results in recent years. But then, about a week later, they astonished us again by letting us know that they have actually recovered the Amulet of Kings as well, and that they are sending the heir our way to relight the dragonfires. It would be an understatement to say that Chancellor Ocato was beside himself with joy. I don't think he expected such a quick resolution to such a massive problem. The entire Elder Council sighed with relief and adjourned the emergency session that has been going on for 10 days at that point. Spirits were high and calendars were cleared for coronation prep. It was briefly very hopeful.
Well, from all the rubble we witnessed along the way, I'm sensing that things did not exactly go as smoothly as you all had hoped.
You've seen the rubble. Did you also see the huge dragon statue? If not, you can just lean a bit to your right and look through the window. Yeah, that's our heir to the throne. He's currently not in the best position to be governing anything.
Can you elaborate?
I'll do my best. Most of what I know is secondhand. Apparently, as soon as the prospective emperor arrived to the imperial city, all hell broke loose. It was actually the middle of the workday, so I was in my office wearing headphones and doing deep work, so I wasn't really paying attention. But they tell me that a number of Oblivion gates opened up all across the city, and Daedra started pouring into the streets. Sounds like it was really awful. They descended onto the population, and the homeless got the worst of it. Then they went into the market district and started looting. Gods know what they needed finery for, but divine elegance got completely sacked. Anyway, the heir met with Ocato very briefly, but then had to rush out and attempt to relight the dragon fires. The idea was fires lit, gates closed, problem solved. Unfortunately, by the time he reached the Temple of the One, Mehrunes Dagon already physically manifested on the curb and was leaning onto the temple roof, waiting for him. At that moment, I actually went into the break room to find the entire palace staff just glued to the windows. It was eerily quiet, like not even a single Slack notification was going off. It was very unusual. We have no idea what happened then, but the accounts from the people on the ground tell us that the heir, escorted by a Breton woman, ran into the Temple of the One, did something to the amulet, and was granted the power to assume the Avatar of Akatosh. After which he promptly banished Dagon back into oblivion. As you can see, the dragon then turned into stone, but Dagon didn't, luckily.
Well, that's not something you see every day. I'm guessing that means there's no heir to the throne any longer. How is Ocato handling it?
Not well, if I'm being honest. He really thought we were out of the woods. And technically, we are. The gates are closed, the world isn't ending, and Akatosh is decorating the plaza. But we still don't have the Emperor, which you may recall is exactly how all of this started. Ocato has been alternating between Elder Council sessions and quiet pacing for the past 48 hours. He knows what comes next. He is the logical interim, and he's not thrilled. He's tired and old and really doesn't want to manage Black Marsh again.
How about the Hero of Kvatch? Has anyone finally figured out where she came from?
Oh, absolutely not. The only thing that we know is what the Blades have told us, and that is that she's a part of the Blades now. But they also admitted they never completed her background check. Anyway, she was really helpful from what I've heard. We tried to detain her briefly for a formal debrief and a commendation ceremony, but she left during the coffee break.
Have you found any other Mythic Dawn agents since the two you mentioned last time?
A handful. Infiltration attempts have been sloppy. Their recruitment efforts even sloppier. I don't know what their onboarding strategy is, but it clearly isn't working. Most of them disappeared last week. The last intel we received suggests that their HQ was compromised, possibly by their own incompetence. And no, I still don't know what happened to the two we caught. I assume legal does.
What do you think the future holds for the Empire?
Well, do you want the official palace sanctioned answer or my own personal opinion?
Can you give us both?
The palace wants me to tell you that we expect to see the empire stronger than ever, unified by resilience and guided by the divine light of Akatosh. I personally expect to see a power vacuum followed by a civil war.
Well, that sounds grim. What's your personal plan?
Oh, I am moving to Leeuwin and opening a bakery. I have no desire to participate in whatever comes next. You've reached the Imperial Palace. How can I help you today? Hi. Yeah. Is everything okay? It's not often that we get calls from the Imperial Legion. Oh, the Hero of Kvatch? No, I don't have her contact info on file. She's not technically employed. It was more of a freelance situation. Apocalypse resolution on a project basis. And why do you need her? I was hoping that whole affair is behind us and we won't need any more savior services. Oh, I see. And she never showed up? Yeah, no, the Imperial Dragon armor is a great honor. Definitely not okay that she just ghosted you. No. We actually tried to hold her here after the incident, just to get her information, record her account. But she literally excused herself to go to the bathroom, and nobody ever saw her after that. I've heard a rumor, though, but it's just a rumor, so 100% check this. But apparently she's training with the Fighters Guild in Anvil. But you know what you should try? Give the Cloud Ruler Temple a call. They should, at the very least, have her cell on file.
What exactly is the Avatar of Akatosh?
Great question. It's a legally gray area. To be precise, the Avatar of Akatosh is a dragon god-shaped manifestation of divine intervention, summoned under highly specific, poorly documented conditions. It's extremely rare. Historically, it only appears when the world is about to end, an heir with dragon blood sacrifices himself, and Mehrunes Dagon comes really close to the All Saints Inn. In our case, it manifested right here in the Imperial City. right on time and right on budget. Although it's not considered an employee and it does not respond to emails. Its conflict resolution methods include wrestling a Daedric prince into another dimension. It's made of fire, prophecy, and a deep, lingering disappointment in how we handled things leading up to this point. It is now a decorative statue and a monument to our failure to develop a proper succession plan. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this week's Imperial Palace All Hands. Let's start with the obvious. Yes, the giant stone dragon visible from the southwest-facing window is new. Yes, it was formerly the heir to the throne, and no, there is currently no succession plan. We understand that this may raise questions, so please refer all inquiries to the Elder Council's FAQ document, which Chancellor Ocato is updating in real time from the floor of Chamber C. Now, a quick recap for everyone who's just back from PTO. A few days ago, we were on track to host a coronation. Venue booked, catering confirmed, custom goblets commissioned. Spirits were high. We even approved 3 days of paid optimism. Then, the Daedric Prince, Mehrunes Dagon, physically manifested in the Imperial City. We'd like to thank everyone who followed the fire drill protocol, remained calm, and resisted the urge to live stream the event from the roof. You showed real dedication to brand safety. Special thanks to facilities for restoring break room windows and deep cleaning the observation deck. We know fire-based divine combat produces a lot of ash, and you all handled it with grace. Now on to the key updates. Chancellor Ocato has resumed interim leadership responsibilities. Please refrain from using the term emperor adjacent in internal memos. We are currently in a post-crisis stabilization phase. This includes rebuilding, reorganization, and triaging any remaining Mythic Dawn infiltration attempts. Most of them are now self-terminated, but we are still keeping an eye out, just in case. The Hero of Kvatch remains unreachable. If you encounter someone in a singed robe asking about guild sign-up fees, please let security know. A few policy reminders. Statue-related climbing is strictly prohibited. The Avatar of Akatosh is not a recreational structure. Commemorative, We Survived the Dragon Plaza incident mugs are available in the gift shop. Please limit to 1 per household. And new PTO blackout dates will be circulated this afternoon. Apologies to anyone who had planned to relocate somewhere remote and open a bakery. We're short-staffed. Final note, yes, the world has technically been saved, but the Empire is functionally leaderless. So while we encourage celebration, please remember, we've merely concluded one era of catastrophic mismanagement. The next begins now. Let's do our best, and may Akatosh continue to observe us silently in judgment.